A very good morning to the students of class 9. Today in English literature, chapter 4, The Portrait of a Lady, we are going to continue with part 7, that is a continuation of the language exercises at the end of the text. Let's go ahead. We are going to do prepositions. Do you know what prepositions are, children? Prepositions are words which you put between two nouns or between two nouns in order to connect the two of them. Like the cow grazes in the field. The cow grazes is one sentence. The field is another sentence. You are using a word in between that is prepositioning that word, and hence we call it a preposition. Read carefully and answer the following or complete the following. This is what is there in your text. Monday. Tuesday, music classes at 5:30. Wednesday, library evening. Thursday, phone Rima. Saturday, moving. Sunday, press clothes. Again I repeat. Monday there is no activity written. Tuesday there are music classes at 5:30. Wednesday evening there is library. Thursday, phone Rima. Saturday, movie in the evening, and Sunday, press clothes. What are we supposed to do? Let's see. Here, you have to write out sentences like this. Renu went to a movie on Saturday evening. Renu went to a movie on Saturday evening. You saw that was there in the list. Now, she telephoned Rima. Who is the she? Renu. Telephoned Rima when? On Thursday. So, on is the preposition. She telephoned Rima Thursday. You saw that word Thursday? Phone, isn't it? So, she telephoned Rima on Thursday. Who telephoned? Renu. She isn't doing anything special Monday. She isn't doing anything special on Monday. Monday you saw there was no activity written there. She has to press her clothes on Sunday. What does she have to do on Sunday? On is a preposition. To is a preposition. She has to press. Press means iron her clothes on Sunday. She went to the library on Wednesday. Which date did she go to the library? On Wednesday. Where did she go? To the library. To is again a preposition. She went to the music class at 5:30 on Tuesday. Please look here. She went where? To the music class at 5:50. What was the time? At 5:50. When? On Tuesday. What is the mistake in this sentence? Anybody? Can you spot a glaring error? Anyone? Please look at only sentence number 5. There is a mistake. Nobody can identify? I'll give you a clue. Something regarding capital letters. Yes, on is written as O capital, which is wrong. Why? It is in the middle of a sentence. Very good. So, O has to be small. You correct it and write. Is that clear, children? Okay, we move on to the next one now. Exercise 2, prepositions. Please look at the picture very carefully. This is from your textbook only. You can see Arun, Bhama, Chandru, Farooq, Isha, Devi. You can see these 6 characters in the picture. Now we are going to connect the people using prepositions. We are going to see the relationship in the mode of arrangement of seating or the way they are standing with the help of prepositions. Complete the sentence. Example is Chandru is standing behind Farooq. Where is Chandru? Chandru is standing. Where is he standing? Is he standing behind Devi or Isha? No, he is standing behind Farooq. So which is the preposition here? Behind. Very good. Farooq is sitting beside Isha. Check. Farooq is sitting next to Isha. That we call it as beside. By the side of. Beside. Isha is sitting. Where is Isha sitting now? Between Farooq and Devi. Isha is sitting between Devi and Farooq or Farooq and Devi. Devi is sitting next to, whom is he sitting next to? Isha. Devi is sitting next to Isha. So which are the prepositions here? In the first sentence, beside. In the second sentence, between. In the third sentence, next to. Have you got it clearly, children? Yes? Very good. Let's continue. You can see here all the prepositions have been underlined. Now we move on to the second part of it. Again we have the picture and some more sentences. Farooq is sitting in front of Chandru. Look at Farooq. He is sitting in front of Chandru. Chandru is behind Farooq. Farooq is sitting in front of Chandru. Can you get that? Isha is sitting in front of Bhama. Where is Isha? She is sitting in front of Bhama. Bhama is standing behind Isha. Is that clear? Arun is standing behind Devi. Arun is standing behind Devi. Bhama is standing between Arun and Chandru. Where is Bhama? Chandru on one side, Arun on the other side. She is in the middle. So she is between. Have you all understood? So which are the prepositions here? Farooq is sitting in front of Chandru. Isha is sitting in front of Bhama. Arun is standing behind Devi. And Bhama is standing between Arun and Chandru. So do you know the usage of behind, beside, in front of, between? Can you use these words and make sentences? Have you got it clearly, children? Very good. So here you can also write Isha is standing in front of Chandru. Can you write Isha is standing behind Chandru? Can you write it? Sorry, suppose I say Farooq is sitting in front of Chandru. Farooq is sitting in front of Chandru. Can I say Farooq is sitting behind Chandru? No, it is wrong, isn't it? So you have to understand the positions carefully. In front of, behind, beside can be next to. So wherever you are writing next to, you can also write beside. For instance, you can write Devi is sitting beside Isha. Isha is sitting beside Farooq. Is that clear? Alright. Now we move on to prepositions. Continue with them. Mr. Peter asks you how to go to the park from the church. One Mr. Peter comes to you and says, please tell me, how do I go to the park? I am at the church now. From there I have to reach the park. Now direct him using the picture clues. Write the sentences in the blanks given. So you are going to guide him. There are pictures for you to help him. Now you have to tell him. Let's see. Let's see the pictures. Can you see the pictures here? The first one says, go past the bridge. What does it say? Sorry, go past the church. What does the first one say? Go past the church. Cross the church and keep going. What does the next one say? Where is the person walking? Any guess? Use right preposition. Over. Is he walking over or under? Go under the bridge. See what he is doing. You can see the arrow there. Dash the hill. What do you have to do? What do you do on a hill? Get up. No. Go up the hill. Dash the steps. You can see what he is doing there. Go down the steps. Very good. Next, dash this street. Dash this street. I'm not going to tell you now. You have to think and write these answers. Next, dash. You can see a big dash given. Again, there is a big dash. And then finally, you can see the park. Have you understood? Every sentence should start with go. Go past the church. Go under the bridge. Go up the hill. Go down the steps. You can see the arrow. Now you can see the street. Fill in these other four. Are you ready? Let's check your answers. Let us check your answers. Excuse me, where is the park? That is what that Peter is asking you. So you told him, go past the bridge, go under the bridge, go up the hill, get down the steps or go down the steps. Both are right. Go by the street. You saw the arrow in that direction. Go by the street. Go beyond the hotel. You can see a hotel and the arrow is going beyond that. Go beyond the hotel. Walk across the bridge. Walk across the bridge. You will arrive at the hotel. You will arrive at the hotel. Suppose there is somebody standing on Hosadoddi main road and wants to know how he will reach Sai Krishna Vidya Mandir. You should be able to give him these kind of directions so that if he follows you, whatever you have told him, he will be right in front of the school building. So, you have actually put in prepositions here. What are the prepositions you have used? Go past, go under, go up, get down, go by, go beyond, walk across, and you will arrive at your destination. Is that clear, everyone? Okay. Next one. Read the information and complete the sentences. Sandeep, Tumkuru, 2000 to 2007. How will you write? This is all that you have got. Now you have to write a sentence. Sandeep lived in Tumkuru from 2000 to 2007. That information will be written like this. In the second sentence it says, Sandeep Tumkuru 2007. That means Sandeep lived in Tumkuru until 2007. There's no starting point, only the ending point has been given to you, the year. Sandeep, Bangalore, 2007. And there is a dash. That means we don't know after that how many years he's been living, what is the status. Sandeep has lived in Bengaluru since 2007. Is that clear, children? Fill in the blanks using until, for or since. My auntie and uncle have been married since 1985. I was tired this morning. I stayed in bed until 10 o'clock. What was the time? Until 10 o'clock. We waited for Usha for half an hour, but she did not come. When you know there is a definite time, for half an hour, for 15 minutes, for 25 minutes. So when you know the period of time properly, you use for. And it's a very long period, you use since. Have you just arrived? No, I have been here since 7:30. I'm asking the question at 9:30 in the night. Have you just arrived? So what answer do I get? No, I have been waiting here since 7:30. What is 7:30? 7:15. Isn't that a big wait? How long did you stay in the office yesterday? How long did you stay in the office yesterday? And he answers, until 8 p.m. Okay? So you can see all these have been circled. Is that clear? Some more sentences. Don't open the door of the train until the train stops. Which is the preposition here? Until. Very good. This is my house. I have lived here since I was 7 years old. Today I'm 12 or 15. So how many years? It's a long time. So I use since. Sumana has gone away. She will be away until Wednesday. So when can I expect her to return? On Wednesday. Next week I'm going to Delhi. What will for 3 days? What does it mean? I'm sure only for 3 days I'm going to Delhi. I usually finish work at 5:30, but sometimes I work till 6. If I don't finish at 5:30, I finish it by 6, until 6. Is that clear? So you can see all the prepositions getting underlined. How long have you known Harshita since we were at school together? Shweta and I are good friends. We have known each other for 5 years. I am tired. I am going to lie down for a few minutes. So wherever I know the time period, I use for, and if it's long duration, we use the word since. So to summarize, prepositions, their usage. Usage of on, in front, beside and behind. Writing sentences using prepositions. Usage of until, since, for and exercises. Alright. So here we have the questions. You have to do these questions. The dog ran dash the road. He spoke dash me dash Urdu. I'm fond dash music. I'm sorry dash what I have done. I have known him dash a long time. Dash last month I have seen him but once. Come and sit dash me. Dash rice they had curry. There is no cure dash common cold. Wait dash I return. Thank you, students.